Petals unfold in the morning light, blossoms dancing, colors bright. No need for water, no need for time. These flowers live forever mine.
Good day, Taeries and Taerettes, and welcome to another Look What I Made. Today we're reviewing the Pretty Pink Flower Bouquet from the Botanicals line, which is set number 10342 with 749 pieces. This is an 18+ set. We're reviewing the set for Valentine's Day because it's traditionally when there's lots of flowers, so we're hoping that this is a good alternative to a normal bouquet that would die. At least this will last forever.
Decaying matter.
And this is what it looks like. Compared to the size of the box, it looks pretty nice and full.
The vase is not included.
Yeah.
So don't think that's a Lego vase. It's crazy. So it's all the way to the bottom. So that's going to be the height.
This is just something we had in the cupboard, so I could do this review. It looks nice. I did have a hard time making it nice and full. Lego doesn't really have any tips in the manual about how to make it look nice in a vase, but hopefully I've been able to achieve it okay. So I put rubber bands on the stem to kind of hold it together.
Does it actually tell you to do that? Because I thought that would be something they should tell you to do.
I didn't see anything in the manual, but I also didn't really
They'd
spend
also
much
have to
time
give you the rubber bands to do it, so I guess not.
So I'll list off some of the flowers that are in here. We've got the cornflower, eucalyptus baby blue, elderflower.
Little grapes.
Yeah, cherries. Then you get Canterbury bells.
Cadbury cream egg.
Then you got the Persian buttercup, water lily dahlia, boat orchids, rose, blue daisies.
They're really cool.
There's a lot of new elements in this one. If I remember correctly, there's, I think, 26 new elements. I think most of them are just color variations.
Did you enjoy making it?
Yeah,
Was it
I
as
did enjoy.
repetitive as the last one?
So compared to the orchid, this one was not as repetitive. At least with this one, you would do a few techniques and then move on to something different, which was nice. The only drawback with this one is that I don't feel like this really looks nice in a vase like this. I feel like I need to buy more sets of this to make it look more full. I reckon if you bought 2 of these sets and just picked certain elements again and then adjusted the heights of the stems, I think you would make a really nice bouquet.
No Demogorgon heads in this one.
No Demogorgon heads, so...
But lots of interesting new parts that they've used.
Yeah.
Interesting ways, like shields and axes.
Yeah.
Making beauty out of war.
Exactly. You did get quite a bit of axe heads. You get a lot of crown pieces, you get a couple frogs, you get some of these weird pieces from Dreams. And then I don't remember really seeing these leaves in this color. But I'm sure
I think that's a new colour.
Yeah, it's very
it could be sand
eucalyptus
green.
color.
They've also got a lightsaber in that colour too.
And then this one, I don't think it's been in a pink. I think it's usually a green.
If you want to get just crazy different pieces, this is a good one.
Yeah. There's a lot of good elements in this, so I reckon you can make some cool stuff with it. So I'll take it out of the vase. I think the possibilities are endless with how you could display these.
You could do them separate if you really wanted to, or use it as instead of a carnation or whatever you use for weddings or going to prom or whatever.
I think if you use this as a boutonniere, I think it'd look really cool.
I also think that this is a patented Lego dust collect machine.
Yes, this is very dust heavy.
So people who would like to have flowers would most likely not like to have dust as well, because it takes away from the beauty of the product.
So this is what I was talking about with the top heaviness. These two in particular. It's hard to set it nice.
Flop around wherever it wants.
So with the rose, when you assemble it, this is what it looks like in here. And then you just push it up. And the way that they do it in the lifestyle video is much more smoother than how I did it, but it does look nice when it's together. You can see that the stems are different lengths because they've got either lightsabers or
Connectors.
other connectors, so you can always adjust them to be longer or shorter, however you want when you're arranging them.
Oh, I like how the roses have got thorns. Well, that one.
Yeah, that one's
other one
got 2 thorns and the other one's just got the leaf. But I like how organic it looks. And to point out the difference, I think the manual, they've improved it quite a bit since the orchid. So when we were talking about the orchid, I was quite upset with the instruction manual. And then the part I was most aggravated with is doing the stinking stems. That faces this way, that faces this way, I think that faces this way. They don't really tell you that this faces another way, but you can kind of tell with that stud. But which way does this go? Okay, it goes that way. But then I was thinking maybe it's like that for some of the other ones, but they just randomly rotate it. And I swear that some of them change the angle as you're building. So like this one, you have to use an angled piece, which is kind of hard to tell from this angle. If I stare at it long enough, I know it's curved, or the slanted one, not the straight one, but then they'll have a picture what it should look like at the end, which I think this would have made the orchid set a lot easier to build. Overall, the manual for this one was not bad to follow. The techniques were pretty straightforward. I think if this is your first Lego set, or you haven't built since you were a kid and you really wanted to build a flower set, I think this would be enjoyable. I didn't find this to be too stressful. This is the manual. It's pretty thin, actually. It's very colorful. I think the manual itself was pretty easy. Like this one, you need to make 2 roses. So it'll tell you how to do what part twice, and then I'll tell you how to do the other thing. The arrows are a bit confusing to read sometimes, but you'll figure it out once you do it. It's not too difficult. If I can figure it out, anyone can figure it out. The X here was a bit confusing.
Yeah, it's interesting how it's done it.
Okay, spare parts.
You can be a master florist or floral arranger.
So this is the spare parts. You do get some interesting pieces like extra horn.
It's interesting you only
axe.
got 1 axe head when there's 2
I think
different...
I maybe should have had it attached, but it didn't really fit right. So on top of the box here, you can actually have like it's already got a gift tag already built onto it. So
I haven't seen it on any other one.
We
So
saw
it's
it on
interesting.
the
Did we?
Lunar New Year one. The sneaky snake.
Okay.
I like the colors that were used. They're nice and muted. They're not super vibrant like some of the other bouquet sets that they've done.
They sort of complement each other because they're not really all competing. They're really like, oh, you got a nice little bit of blue here, nice white here, nice flesh, nice orange, pink. Then you sort of bring in the greens, so it looks, oh, okay, so this does look fresh and not something so synthetic and just full of colour, which isn't really realistic for life. You've got to have some background.
Overall, I do recommend the set if you're into the botanical set.
Or if you want to get someone something for Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Or something for Mother's Day. I think this would be much better Mother's Day than a Valentine's Day. I think if you want Valentine's Day and you want to go the traditional route, I think going for the roses, the red rose bouquet, if you can get it, would probably be your best bet.
Yeah, I haven't built it, so I can't recommend it. The pieces are great. I mean, you get a lot of new elements. So if you're not into flower sets, or maybe say the person you buy it for built it once and it's left to dust, just rescue it and use it for parts.
Yeah. And you get olive.
And then you get axe heads with, shield. Can't go wrong. These are a lot of the parts are usable for other things. Or even if you just want to use axe heads and shields, it's just these these flowers here. The rest aren't really maybe the ones that you're
And then you
looking
can
for.
buy some of the other sets which are standalones and you can chuck them in. And a Friday. Hey Friday. What's going on, babe?
Do you want to see the flowers?
I don't like flowers. Don't care about flowers, Father. Father.
To blind myself with the light.
I'm blinded, Father.
Okay, I think I've run out of things to talk about, and things to say, and things to think. So, thank you for joining us today. We hope you enjoyed this set and this review. And let us know if you end up buying it, or don't buying it, or if you're going to part it out. What are you going to use the parts for if you're going to part it out? Be good to yourself, be good to each other, and most importantly, be good to yourself.
Daisies whisper in the breeze, cornflowers hum with honeybees. A ranunculus spins like a painted dream, soft pink roses and golden gleam.